Just give South Carolina a ton of credit. Defensively, they were really good. Start of the second half, the 8-0 run, probably too much to overcome tonight. We had 4 free throws attempted through about 30-some minutes of play. And just like fast break teams, got to get out and run in transition. 3-point shooting teams need to knock down threes. We didn't get to zone one enough and draw free throws attempted. We're second in the country in free throws attempted. We're second in the country in free throws made. And, that wasn't the case tonight. South Carolina's a great defensive team. And, we tried not to settle for threes, which we only took 13. But the turnovers, 14 turnovers, a lot to overcome. The field goal percentage for us, 53 one half, 50 in another. You think you're right there, 52% for the game. Difference for us offensively was like I mentioned, the inability for us to draw fouls tonight.
All right, we go to questions for Caleb. If anyone have a question, raise your hand. Let's start right on the front. Bob.
Yeah, KB, you're a guy that's been taking, 17, 15, 14 free throws a game. Eric alluded to it. How tough was that? That you guys, I guess, weren't getting the calls for whatever reason that you maybe do a lot of games.
It's tough. That's part of our game plan. I thought we were going we could have went to the basket a little better, but the refs didn't call it that way. So sometimes how the game goes.
Do you have a follow-up?
Yeah. Obviously, you had a really good season when you got cooking late in the year, but not the season, people, I know you guys didn't expect it, media, whoever. Just is there a way you could sum up the season and maybe why things didn't go as expected overall with the team?
I don't know. I hear a lot of things about, like I know Coach gets a lot of negative attention. But, the whole coaching staff works really hard. And, at the end of the day, it's on the players. These guys, they spend overtime, working on a game plan and watching film and, doing a lot of like detailed-oriented stuff. So, it's on the players this season.
Anybody else asking?
Other questions, raise your hand. Okay, Bob, go.
As far as I know, you said the other day you're a Razorback, but like Eric said, you got to make a decision when you have some time to think about it more. What's the process like for you now? Because you do have a year of eligibility left.
I don't know. We just lost, so I'm not even. I don't know. Well, I'm right now, like my mind is getting ready for next year, so I don't. And that's it.
I get you.
Okay, we got one more question.
Okay.
Go.
What impressed South Carolina? Obviously, got in the paint. They're big, strong guys. They look like football players to me. But what were you impressed the most about them today?
They play together. That was the difference in the game. I don't think. I think we're just as talented. I think we were just as talented as anybody in the country. But they play together. They were a team out there. They were a team.
Caleb, if you can return to the locker room. Thank you. And we'll continue on with questions for Coach Musselman. Raise your hand, and we'll get a remote mic to you. We'll start right on the front row.
Yeah, Eric, you guys were pretty much trading baskets most of the first half. I think you're up 35-32. Then they went on, I think, an 8-0 run to end the half, an 8-0 run to start the half. Almost all those shots were dunks and layups, and you guys had, I think, 4 turnovers and 5 misses. What do you think happened in that stretch? That's kind of where they took control.
Yeah, I thought, they attacked the rim. They did a great job in paint points the entire game, 52 points in the paint. We didn't guard the paint like you need to against a really good, talented team, a team that's ranked, a team that's got a chance to play in Sweet 16s or Elite 8s or Final Fours. That's how good they are. That's how connected they are. That's how well coached they are.
Questions for Coach Musselman? All right, let's come back to the front.
We just don't have a lot of media here. Eric, as far as the season, I mean, you guys had that. I know it didn't count, but you had a big game against Purdue. You beat Duke. You had some other good wins, swept the Aggies. But inconsistency, although you played better here late. How would you sum up the season? Have you been able to figure out why things didn't go as you hoped they would?
No, I mean, this is new territory. This, right now the season ending stings. I have not been in this position. Hopefully the program's not. Hopefully we're playing deeper in this tournament, but more importantly, hopefully we're playing in NCAA tournaments. This is, it's a new experience for me, and one that I hope that, our group of players that will be here next year and the coaching staff, we certainly hope that we're back making tournament runs, not just making the tournament. So a different feeling right now than what many of us have experienced.
Okay. Anybody else on? Teamwork's been your top scorer all year, real consistent. Maybe a couple games where he's had under 10, but today they held him to 2. I think he only had 4 shots. How tough was that, and what did they do in your mind to limit him?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, and I don't know who was assigned to him every possession, but Cooper is one of my favorite players in the league to watch. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a great defender. I think he's a true point guard. He's got great size. I think NBA teams have to take a serious look at him because he's a connector. The team is super connected with him on the floor. And I think he's one of the best defenders in the league. Doesn't matter how many steals he has. He understands spacing. He's got great length, and he's really strong. And again, I'm not sure because I haven't watched the film of who was assigned to T Mark every possession, but I do know that Cooper does a great job on scoring guards in our league, even though he plays a point position.
Do you have a question?
I know it's tough to look at it now, but this tournament's going to look different next year with the 2 new teams. How much tougher is an already tough league and tournament about to get?
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about, who comes in. I think when you add great coaching, great programs, everybody rises. You know what I mean? You have to. So maybe we get more tournament teams in. I don't know, because it's new for us. And again, after a loss, I'm not really thinking about Oklahoma or Texas. I'm thinking about about this game and our season.
We've got time for 2 more questions. Bob, go ahead.
TB hit those quick 2 threes. Looks like he got off a good game last night, and then he gets the second foul. And he just seemed, he had to sit out, and then he didn't really get going in the second half. I think he hit a couple free throws late. But how tough was that he got in foul trouble when he got off such a good start?
Yeah, I think anytime you have a guy that can space the floor and is 6'11" and played well the night before, certainly his 2 fouls affected the flow of the game for us, for sure. But credit to, South Carolina for attacking the paint and putting pressure on the rim.
Bob, you want to take the last question?
Eric, I don't know how you could be any more intense than you already are, but when you've had a great 8 seasons, and great NCAA tournament runs, and then you have a season like this, well, what does that do for your motivation, or can you not be any more motivated than you've already have been,
No, I'm probably more motivated right now at this moment than I ever have been. So yeah, I can't wait to work.